foam tether on there so I don't lose y'all in the water. All right, I think I got everything set up right now. This was the last minute going live type of a deal for me. We're about to blast off here. We're gonna fish until dark. What's up, Tanner? What's up, Chris? Gabriel, how you doing? Look like I might have forgot my chest mount, so we're gonna have to leave you guys in the cup holder right now. All right, here we go. Hit that like button. Like, comment, subscribe. Appreciate everyone tapping in. Brazil in the house. We have arrived at the first spot. It's cold. It's cold, it's cold, it's cold. It's not technically winter yet, but it's definitely feeling like winter. We're gonna kick it off with the jerkbait. We're at a main lake point. This is sudden death, which I got until sunset to catch a fish. Don't know if that'll happen, but we're gonna give it heck. Had a major cold front blow in last night. We got clear blue skies. This is definitely post front conditions. fishing's been pretty tough up here in the PNW as far as bass. Appreciate everyone tapping in on a Sunday. Like I said earlier, this was a last minute idea of coming here and going live. I'm literally minutes down the road from my house. Once again, I'm jerking my jerk bait on a main lake point. This is the first spot. There's a lot of inshore. Oh, I just got bit right there. I just got bit. I sure felt like a bite. Oh, that was a really bad cast. I sure felt like a bite. Y'all stink, man. That smells so horrible. All that milk-like substance. I'm gonna puke because of that smell. Wish y'all viewers could scratch and sniff that smell right now. My goodness. All right, we're gonna move on to another point as we are stricken for time. Just got a little bit of daylight left. All right. Got another main lake point right here. Jerk my jerk bait. Probably gonna end up catching a trout. But at this point, I don't care. Whatever wants to bend the rod, let it bend. Got a bunch of spaghetti grass all up over the surface, lingering. There's in about 22 feet of water out here. Man, that kingfisher's pissed we're over here. He ain't shutting up either. He's gonna cry all the way home. Johnny Lamb, I wish I would have caught a hog. I'm hogless this weekend. This long weekend that we've had, I'm hogless. I've come so close of catching a fish. I lost a really good fish this weekend at Lake X on a crankbait. Oh, I just had a big old trout flash on my bait. It was a big one too. Look, our freaking salmon. Come on. I'll take that. Oh, I'm about to get a hooker. I think I got a blade of grass on my bait. Maybe not. I think we're too up on it too much. Still sitting in 19 feet of water. I do have a new video coming out, premiering tonight at 6 p.m. on my YouTube channel. Best baits for month of December. Check it out. It's a whole different style of me doing my best baits for whatever month it is. God, I thought for sure I'd freaking catch it. catch a trout by now. Once again, appreciate everyone tapping in on a Sunday evening, late afternoon, early evening. I literally got just less than 2 hours of daylight, probably an hour of daylight left now. I'm calling this live stream sudden death, as it's basically bass or bust. I'm probably gonna bust. Bust on a big bass. Unfortunately, I've been fishing all weekend. Hadn't been the best of conditions as far as catching. Everything's starting to get real cold. Fish are starting to disappear from the shallows. All right, we're gonna make a move. Miguel, I appreciate that. All right. See what depth we got right here. I think I'm gonna throw the A-rig up to this corner, and then we're gonna hit a couple of those docks up there in the very tip of the corner. We're sitting in 20 feet of water. That's more than enough to throw the A-rig around. There should be some fish suspending in this depth. With that being said, should be able to get something. All right, here we go. Get this ready. Can't really boat flip fish, but I will if I need to. Here we go. Boat sitting in about 17 feet of water. We're just gonna go parallel the bank up here, see if we can't get any of these suspenders. They're hopefully suspending around here. I see a few of them on the sonar. Look like they're suspending down about 10 foot. I don't know if they're bass or trout. But with that being said, I could definitely count this down and run it just a little bit deeper, a little bit slower. Now we're at 16 feet and we're kind of up and over a high spot, a little hump. I got a hitchhiker on there. There's a big old fat fish hugging bottom. I can see it on the side imaging as well as the 2D sonar. Now it's going back down to 18 and a half feet. There's some isolated objects down there. I should dig my jig rod out and spin around and drag a jig a couple times. There's another hitchhiker. There's all this spaghetti grass everywhere in the water column. And the shit's dying, the water temp's falling. Water temp right now is 47.68. Still fairly warm, but it's on the downfall. There's just a little itty bitty window before a lot of these fish are going to disappear. Let's go a little bit shallower. Let's go like the 10 to 14 foot, 10 to 15 foot zone. And we might have to go closer to the main lake instead of so far up north in this big bay. I'll kick this up a little bit faster. I see some isolated pieces of wood down there. I don't see anything around it. We're in the 12 foot now. Kind of a ridge right here. The grass is starting right here. Come on, there's got to be one here. We're getting better up onto the moon phase for the month. Big old grass hump out here. 15 feet of water. There's a good sized fish. Lots of grass out here. Hey. I think we need to go back to the main lake. This is too far north. Yeah, we gotta go back. We're gonna rip back down the lake. Stand by. Some dickhead forgot his gloves. Man, it's cold as ice. Oh my God. Yeah, buddy. All right. Put y'all back up on there. Hope everyone's having a fabulous Sunday. Dang. This shit got that bite. More caffeine. Alright. Whew. Dang. Alright. See if I can't do this without hooking a freaking bird. Caca! Now I got the giggles. I'm gonna throw this shit right onto one. Man, it smells horrible over here again. Oh, like it was gonna smell better when I come back. No. God, dog. Damn, them fish eating ass birds. Oh yeah, you just see that one just milked right out of his ass. We all saw that shit, man. Ah, that was horrible, man. That was like soft serve. Or toothpaste. All right, we're gonna go out here to this main lake point. Kind of go off, extends out right about where the birds are at. We're gonna kind of throw this. We may pick up the jerk bait when we get further out here. We're gonna spend about 5-10 minutes doing this once we get to the spot, and then we're gonna shoot across the lake and check a couple of those docks over there. Let's see if we can't get that a little bit deeper. We're in 13 feet of water. I see a obstruction on the bottom. I see some fish hugging next to it. 13 feet of water. Man, I may be dragging that jig out, the jig rod. If you guys can see this on my sonar, looks like 2 logs. I got my little line up on the shoreline, so we'll be able to come right back out here. Four, five. I'll count that down just a little bit. Once again, I appreciate everyone tapping in on a Sunday evening, late afternoon, early evening. I am Swimbait79, and I have a new video premiering tonight on my YouTube channel at 6 p.m. 6 p.m. Pacific time. Appreciate it if everyone go over there and check out my new video, Best Baits for the month of December. December's already here. I don't know where September, October, and November went, but I guess they already came here and went. All right, a couple more casts. We'll get one parallel to the shoreline. I'm gonna count that bitch down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Give it a little pump. A little pump. No, I don't listen to that shit. Dang it. Dang it. Sun's going down quick. It's 3:30 p.m. We've got maybe an hour, maybe just over an hour of fishing. It's going to get colder by the freaking minute. 2 1,000, 3 1,000, 4 1,000, 5 1,000, 6 1,000, 7 1,000. Give it a pop. With the weight of this, it should fall about a foot a second or close to it. All right, we're going to change it up. We're going to make a move without getting hooked. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe. Share this with your fishing buddies, especially if they live in the PNW. Might need to resort to that fairy wand with the jerkbait on it. Check the comment right quick. Rudin, how you doing? Bass Fishing 336. It's been a minute since I seen you on here. What's up, man? Hopefully you're all good. All right, here we go, y'all. Familiar face in the chat. Good to see him or her. I'm pretty sure it's a him. All right. Yeah, y'all could look at that moon right there. Or not! Duck fuck 1, this is duck fuck 2. Whew. All right, there's the reason why I come all the way out here, started way out here and kind of ease up. I wanted to scan and see what was on the bottom out here. 17 feet of water. We're right on the break. The 20, 25 foot break we're right on. This lake is only about 25 to 30 feet deep at the deepest. It's just a small little area that's really deep. Got a fairly clean bottom. I see some super hard spots. Definitely little clumps of gravel or shit. Something. Alright, we're gonna throw the A-rig. We're gonna throw the A-rig, the jerkbait, and a crankbait. Maybe a swim bait. Even though I only got 2 arms to throw one bait, we're gonna throw all that shit right now. Oh, I see lots of grass. Dang. Alright, let's see if we get one right here. Oh, there's a bunch of hitchhikers. Maybe not. Sure felt like it. Probably not the best spot to throw one of these. Just keep dragging shit all over it. I'm even keeping it high in the water column, still getting that shit. No matter if it's high in the water column or low. There's tons of grass. Damn. They should get one to come out and just kapow this freaking bait. Maybe the grass is having about the best time of his life right now. There's just too much grass right there to throw the shit. There probably isn't even a fish right there. Damn, it's grassy shit. I'm sitting in 8 feet of water right here. I can still see big old freaking grass clumps. Got some riprap. Got a little discharge coming into the lake. Gotten bit here before. Looking like this is not going to be it for right in this shallow water. I'm going to go to the cranker. I got the Movement 80X and Red Craw. Throwing on 12-pound fluorocarbon. It moves a ton of water. Definitely gets their attention. Man, it's really grassy. What is this? Nothing but grass all over it. Awesome. No matter what you throw, there's grass everywhere. Fuck. Dickie came here and put all this grass over here. I know he did. Little slick son of a gun. Fucking Dickie. Oh, Dexter. There are two of them. Alright. At least I got some stupid line wrapped up here. Awesome. Yeah, fuck. Let's go. This is number one. This is what we're dealing with. Medusa. Just put the phone down first. That shit might help just a little bit. Woo! That shit's cold. That shit should be illegal, man. Fucking good God. Okay. We're busting out all the shit today. We got the fairy one with the jerk bait. That was a very shitty cast. Awesome. We're batting 1,000. Jerk, pause. Make sure you jerk on slack line. The best is when you go to jerk it and there's something resisting. Uh-huh. I see a bunch of arches. They definitely look like trout stacked up over here. There's some really long arches. All right, there we go. Dude. Still sitting in 19 feet of water. I can see that thing slowly rising. I have a suspend dot on it even. So it should even suspend it a little bit more, but the water's still fairly warm. Swing the tip of the boat back around so I can make a parallel cast. Seems like they sit right on this little drop right here, right off of Main Lake Point. There's a way better cast. All right, we're gonna make a move. That trout will not come back. That trout was probably a good close to 18-inch trout that flashed on my bait. Ah. Oh well, probably tastes like shit anyway. This lake has had years upon years of hints that there's raw sewage leaking in from a house division not too far from here, up on the hill. That's just hearsay, there's a Alright, oh, what the fuck was that? Did y'all see that shit? Shit. Oh shit, I'm trying to run the trolling motor, it's not in the water. Yeah, some comedy shit right there for y'all. Damn, I just seen something get murdered right there. I'm not sure what it was. We're about to find out. Damn, whatever that was, it was probably a big old trout. Come on. Stupid, you're supposed to eat it. Not just look at it, follow it, try to talk to it. One last cast. Bastettos. Bunch of slack jaw maggots. Okay, we'll go put that back over where it goes. Strap that shit down, strap this down. It's already strapped down. We just need to pull this up. And we're like Seabiscuit off and running. Hello to everyone. Hello to everyone that's saying hi in the comments. The old chat. Alright, we're digging out the 14th rod for today. Not really, but just a guesstimation. It's a jig rod. I got my 1/2 ounce jig. I'm not affiliated with 6 cents by any means. I'd like to be. I got a sexy jig right here. Yep. Sorry if it's too close. 1/2 ounce. So I got it on a 50-pound braid, 7'3", medium heavy rod. We're gonna be throwing it over here, but first we're gonna drag it over here around this dock. If you remember probably a month ago, I had a 7-8 pounder come out and try to kill this 10-inch mag draft off of that dock right there. And I had a couple buddies with it that were a little bit smaller. So I'm gonna hold my breath to go over here and we'll see what happens. Because it smells horrible. "13 feet of water. My jig is all the way on the bottom. I'm gonna be real slow. Barely move it. Water's still warm enough, fairly warm enough that you should still be able to feel them bite. I have it on braid, sensitive rod. Should be able to feel them. Like some mushy shit down there, some grass maybe. I got a big old mound of grass on it. Feels like. Try not to touch the rail. Whew, that's stinky so bad. There's like a big old grass clump down there. Somebody's fishing line or something. 13 feet of water. Okay, we're gonna abort that shit. I can't stand that smell no more. We're gonna go out here to 13 feet of water. I'm gonna drag that spot right quick. There's already some kind of action right there. More than likely it's a trout, but I'll take anything right now. Alright, wondering what I'm doing. I spin it back around. I started to see that spot out there. It still had some fish on it, so I spun away from it real quick. And I'm gonna throw the jig at it. And drag a jig. If they don't want the jig, then I'm gonna go home. Maybe, maybe not. I'll let that bitch sink all the way down. I can check the chat. I drag this son gun back. What are you using? I'm using a jig right now, a 1/2 ounce jig. The 6 cents hybrid jig, tipped with the Zoom salty craw, I think. Chunk craw or some shit like that. Yep. Definitely on the bottom. There we go. Hope everyone's having a great Sunday. Mr. Outdoors, how you doing? Hook Email Outdoors, I think that is. Back into that grass. And we're all the way on the bottom, sitting in 17 feet of water. Definitely feels like I'm in some grass already. Yeah. Let's throw it way out there, see if any grass is out there. This will be last drag with the jig. I think we might go for one other spot after this. .93 is the water temp. Hope everyone's having a great time Sunday evening. Feels like clean bottom. I prefer a 3/4 ounce jig when I'm dragging offshore in deeper water. It's easier to keep bottom contact. A 1/2 ounce jig will probably want to lift up a bunch. Claudia. Hello. Hook them all outdoors. I didn't cook. I didn't catch anything today. I was calling you, or maybe no. I was calling you hook email outdoors earlier. Sorry, dude. Hook them all outdoors. I have not caught anything today. Looks like it's gonna go that way. I got one other shot, one last little spot. Let's see if we can't go catch a fish, at least get the rod bent. It's been very tough fishing here in the PNW. Water's getting cold very fast. Majority of the fish are starting to group up and get out of there if they hadn't already. But we're still having a little weird weather up here. Jay Passon, I think that's right there. Sorry if I butcher your name. Let's go check the last spot. Whew. Almost time to go to the house. All right, we're gonna throw the jerk bait on the fairy wand because the fish are acting like little fairies today. So we're gonna go with the fairy wand. See if that helps us hook a fish before we call it a day. I go back to work tomorrow. Already looking forward to next weekend. Maybe next weekend will be the last time I go fishing for a little bit, as the holiday seasons are here. Got a bunch of other stuff to prep, but who knows? I decided to come from this angle instead of the other angle that we were coming from before. And I should use that one color that I used earlier to get it to flash on me. Oh, well, just made it worse. Oh, now it just, yeah. I'm gonna try this dock right here. I'm gonna spin back around. That was a terrible cast. That's what I thought. There we go. Son of a bitch. Kick that net. We even got a pretty good little moon phase going on right now, too. But with this cold front, I don't know if it's going to happen. Man, it's about to be that time. Time to go check another spot. Give up until my fingers fall off. Okay. This is going to be a Hail Mary of a spot. but we got about 5-10 minutes that we can spare, maybe more, especially if we get into them. All right. Look out, not fuck! Okay. All right. So since I don't have a transducer on the bottom of my boat, I have it on the trolling motor, so I have to have the trolling motor down to be able to scan this area. In this area. So a couple of years ago, I remember seeing an old man in an old bass boat was sitting out on this spot. I happened to go by it one day, and it was like the edge of the grass. I think I'm still pretty far away, but I got to be watching the sonar, so I'm going to put this up, put you guys back onto the thing, see if we can't find this little spot. And I'll jerk my jerk bait a few times, and it'll be a last ditch effort. Got to adjust the screen height so I can see it from back here. And here we go. We're just gonna idle. Oh, maybe not. Okay, so we're right on there's a What is that? That's the 20 to 25 or 15 to 20, what we just hit. There's a fish that just hit the surface right over there, dead head of the boat. Might be an indication. There's a start of some grass, I think, on the side imaging. What I should have done is I should have went where that guy was and dropped a waypoint. All right, there's something there. I don't know what the hell that is on the screen. Probably a giant ball of bait. Something. Let me see. I think it's just grass, like shrub, bottom shrub. I see a few fish suspending. I guess we'll just kill it right here and get the fish and fish around for about 10 minutes and see what happens. We're in about 14, 15 feet of water, just outside of this big grass flat where the major lily pad field on this lake starts over there. I gotta bomb that thing on that 8-pound mono. I can get this bait down about 5 to 7 foot on a really long cast. If I jerk it just right, it'll reach about 7 foot with 8-pound mono on. 6-pound is even a little bit deeper. But you have to retie and you have to be super careful when you fishing with the 6-pound. You just tapped in. I appreciate everyone tapping in on a Sunday evening. I have a best baits for the month of December premiering tonight at 6 p.m. on my YouTube channel. Do me a favor and check it out. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe. It's 4:30 p.m. right now. Last light is probably in about 20 minutes, but we're not going to be here that long. Just a few more casts, and I don't think I have another spot to go to, unfortunately. I fished just about all my best stuff, best areas. I do wish I would have maybe brought more time with me. I don't have any of that in my tackle box. As cold as it is, it's probably time to dig out the cold weather box, which I use for up here in the PNW. Usually from December, January, and a little bit of February. Maybe time to dig that out. But if you live elsewhere in the country, like the South, Southeast, oh man. I still feel like I would be hammering the bass down there. Right now, still. As they have way warmer weather. Their fish don't really, they winter, but they don't winter like our fish winter. $4.34. Do I have any other spots to go to right quick? Probably not. Jorge Velasquez, how you doing? Honorary citizen, how you doing? What's the water temperature? Water temperature is 47.75. Alabama rig time. Yes, sir. I have one of them. It's a 3-wire, and I have my 5-wire, 6-wire right there. I was throwing it around a bit earlier on the live stream. This lake isn't the greatest lake, but nonetheless, it still holds some somewhat quality bass in there. I've caught some very nice fish out of this lake. I had literally just over an hour and a half, something like that. Hour and 44 minutes, I've gone live. I've been throwing the jerkbait. I got flashed on by about an 18-inch trout on the main lake point. This is a Bass Dominator, 1988 Bass Dominator. I forget the other part of that, but yeah, they mass produced it in 1988. I had redone the plywood and the carpet, extended the deck a little bit, rebuilt, put in a 7-rod locker, 7 storage. I can't talk, y'all. But that side used to look just like this, but I tore it up and built all that, and yep, redid everything. Put a marine grade carpet pad and carpet. It definitely does the trick. Got a 25 Yamaha on the back. Goes about 25 miles per hour, which is pretty fast across the water. Definitely scary at times. When I first got it, more or less. Thank you. I regret not putting in a recycler, I think, on the live wells. I don't have a I have 2 live wells, but I don't have a recirculator on the pump, so it can't recirculate fresh water in there. So I can't really have the fish in there too long, especially in the summertime. I don't really put fish in the live well anyway, but more or less use it for storage. I should have done the recirculator though. It is what it is. All right, y'all. This is gonna do it for this live stream. Appreciate all those that tapped in and watched. Make sure you hit the like button. Once again, check out my premiere video coming out tonight at 6 p.m. Pacific time. Appreciate it, everyone. Till next time, Swimbait79 out.